Eve Mungai has given me 1,000 more reasons to fear women. Jesus Christ of Nazareth. For the first time ever, Eve Mungai has poured out her heart regarding her relationship with the director Trevor. And the things she said, jameni, are honestly the most heartbreaking that any man who has invested in a woman might ever want to hear. First of all, according to Eve Mungai, she never loved the director Trevor. She believes she was with him because he provided shelter for her when she did not have a place to stay.
People, especially young people, we end up in marriages or in relationships because of situations.
Yeah.
For me, I ended up in a come we stay marriage because I didn't want to stay in my parents' home and I didn't have anywhere to go.
Yeah.
And mind you, I have only met this person towards the end of 2019. Hatuja interact sana, hakuna time ya kujuana. And then item nimeenda kuishi na huyu mtu nishajulikana.
No.
So now we focus on the career. Personally, I don't know how people are gonna take it, but personally, it's something that I've come to realize recently. I don't even think there was love.
Wow.
Yeah.
You think maybe you went there because of
not me, the both of us.
Yeah.
I feel like it was situations that brought us together and now
true.
work. Sasa venye kazi sasa tena iliingia ili tufanya tukaendelea tu kukua pamoja.
Yeah.
But I feel like the situations that we went through, especially me, I didn't have anywhere to go. I ran to him and then now nikajulikana and then I felt like this person ndo amenifunza blah blah.
Eve claims that towards the end of 2019, she was tired of living at her parents' house and did not have enough money to rent her own place. At around the same time, she had started hanging out with director Trevor, and there is when she saw the opportunity. She moved in with him just to get a place where she could stay and was not really emotionally invested in him.
Looking back to my younger self, I feel like it was not love, it was situations.
Hey. Nebomu. Nimeangusha ile Hiroshima.
Yeah. I feel it's confusion and also situations when you're young, to be very honest. No offense. Yeah.
But I get where you're coming from because
yeah, I hope people are understanding me by the way.
Huwezi taka kurudi home. But saizi there's someone maybe ako ready kukaa na wewe na mnaweza kaa pamoja because you are working on something. So unajipata mko pale kwa nyumba, mkiwa pale kwa nyumba, mambo ya nyumba inafanyika without knowing, mshaanza.
Yeah, me feel we didn't have a chance to even get to know each other. You get? Because nimekuja kuishi na wewe juu sina kwa kuishi. After that, yani within just 2 months of staying together, umenifunza, yani umenieleza kuna kuanga na YouTube nini tumefanya, I've become famous. So we're focusing on career, we're not focusing on ourselves.
True.
So, yeah.
She went ahead to say that what made her stick to him was the fact that he taught her about YouTube and helped her build her own career. And as if that is not disappointing enough or heartbreaking enough, Eve Mungai went ahead to indeed admit that she cheated on director Trevor. Of course, there were previously claims that Trevor aligongewa na si mayai by a certain city politician. So Eve claimed that at the time that she was with the Trevor, she was still seeing another man on the side. In her own words, before she breaks up with anyone, she usually has another side relationship going on. And one would think that probably that's the worst thing yet. Eve Mungai still went ahead to celebrate the fact that director Trevor's car got in an accident and was written off. She in fact cheered and laughed, citing that she was happy that by the time they were breaking up, Trevor did not have that car.
I'm not so attached to cars. So it belonged to him, but we are using it as a family.
Yes.
But thank God, by the time of the breakup, it was written off.
Guy, mwadhani. If I change or perish. Where?
Mungu alisema unataka kuona na kila kitu, acha tukufunza tabu.
So unasema channel zichukuliwa zote na wewe gari sawa?
Okay, I would like to clarify something.
Yes.
It's not like nilinyang'anywa. You know, it reaches a point whereby you guys are so toxic to each other.
Yes.
And all you want is this person to get out of your life.
Yes.
So I just let go.
Oh.
Yes.
So si ati mlikuwa na any battles?
Hapana, ati mliambiwa nimefutwa kazi.
Yes.
Now, all this has sparked a widespread outrage among online in-laws. There are those who, of course, mostly women, who are cheering her up for making them proud. They say that men have for the longest time ever heartbroken women, and it was high time they tested their own medicine. Some, however, told Eve Mungai to take some break and hint from the separation. They argued that listening to Eve Mungai, one cannot help but notice the bitterness. But here is what I think. Eve Mungai's situation is that of a typical girl in Nairobi. Most ladies in Nairobi usually date, don't get me wrong, but they usually date for shelter and food. I'm ready for the stones that you're about to throw at me, but listen. It is the reality that on the ground, most ladies, they want to be independent, but they don't have the capacity or ability to sustain the independence. And this is where a man comes in. So you'll find that a lady is dating, yes, she's staying with her man, the man is providing, but she's not really emotionally invested in that man, which is the most selfish thing that someone can do. But what is heartbreaking in this case is not the fact that Eve stayed with Trevor because she needed him. I mean, that is typical and honestly not that much of a surprise. What is saddening is the fact that she comes out to celebrate the fact that she had broke him and to celebrate the misfortunes that he encountered. I mean, the least that she can do, Trevor invested in her. Honestly speaking, I mean, that's the thing that most people don't want to accept. Trevor is the one who taught Eve Mungai what she's currently doing. And let's be honest, when we narrow down to the basics, yes, Eve Mungai has worked so hard to be where she is today, but we at some point have to recognize the initiator of all this. Without the initiator, the process could never have been there. If, let's say, Director Trevor did not point Eve Mungai in that direction, then she could never have had that career. I mean, it's the bitter truth at the end of the day. We want to argue all we want, but it's the bitter truth at the end of the day. Director Trevor is the one who set Eve Mungai on that path, and it is that path that has created success to her. So whether she likes it or not, she has to credit her entire success journey to Director Trevor. Yes, she's working hard, she's doing her thing, and she's, making good money, but she still has to appreciate and respect the person who discovered the talent in her and who set her on that path that has led her to who she is today. Now, Director Trevor, of course, at first was the one who was coming out to say all these bad things in quotes about Eve Mungai, and he has apparently, I think, healed and is no longer, making those interviews where he talks ill about Eve Mungai. But now it's Eve Mungai who is talking about Director Trevor. And listening to her, you can sense the bitterness. I don't know why she's bitter, but you can sense the bitterness in her voice. You can sense the bitterness in everything that she's saying. And fear women. At the least, Eve Mungai is supposed to acknowledge that it was her fault that their relationship did not work out. I mean, she has kind of admitted that she's the one who cheated. So if you're the one who cheated, then it means you are the one who was on the wrong. And if you're the one who was on the wrong and then you cheat and then you start bad-mouthing the other party, I mean, what does that say about you? Honestly speaking, what does that say about you as a person, as a human being, to the core? I mean, she should at least just sound remorseful and let the sleeping dog lie. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's what's trending. This is Trends with SIKULU.